The UFC is headed back to Australia for their annual pay-per-view or numbered event. Now, for me in Canada, it's a pay-per-view still, of course. Thank you, Paramount. But in today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys my favorite underdog bets and picks for UFC 325, Diego Lopes versus Volkanovski 2, the rematch. An absolute banger of a fight we saw in 2025. Now we're getting the rematch in 2026, early in 2026 as well. But we're going to do a little recap of last weekend. We did very well with the underdog pick and bet. We're riding a hot streak since UFC 323. We're carrying it to UFC 325. Let's keep it up, boys. But if you guys enjoy the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and let's get it started with the recap of last weekend. So to recap, UFC 324 was a very good card for us. We did very well, and my underdog pick and bet for UFC 324 cashed with absolute ease. Alex Perez plus 165. I told you guys, I told you boys. Charles Johnson, when he gets in these big moments, when he has to fight somebody up the rankings, even a guy like Alex Perez, who is on a big losing streak, a guy who is 1-5 in his last 5 fights, or 1-4 in his last 5 fights, looking terrible, coming off of bad back-to-back injuries, coming off of really rough fights. I knew that this was a spot where Alex Perez shines against a guy lower in the rankings, a guy who he can push and he can clip with those overhand rights, those overhand lefts, and that's exactly what Alex Perez did. He went out there and he just bombed away, knowing that his career, his contract was on the line with this UFC fight, this final fight against Charles Johnson. It was the final fight on his contract. He said that in the post-fight interview, and he went out there and starched Charles Johnson in the first round by knockout. Johnson had never been knocked out. I thought Perez was going to win a decision, but I knew he had that pop, that power, and he just pushed the pedal to the metal, man. He just went straight forward, just bombing overhand rights, clipped Charles Johnson easy, early as well, and got it done by KO. So I hope you guys tailed this one. Alex Perez plus 165 was my favorite underdog bet and pick for UFC 324. And now we're going to get into UFC 325, where I have a clear vision of a dude that is plus money at the moment, that's undefeated. If you guys know, man. This guy has been underrated by everybody. He fought 3 times on Dana White Contender Series. Nonetheless, he is the guy who's going to be my underdog pick and bet for UFC 325. Torres Finney at plus 130, plus 125. He's hovering around that line. He was plus 150 a couple weeks ago. That line has closed a little bit, but he's fighting a guy in Jacob Malkoun who hasn't fought in almost 2 years now, who's coming off of injuries, who's coming off of a huge layoff, and he's fighting Torres Finney, undefeated bowling ball Torres Finney, who's coming in here with all the energy, the hate from the fans from his terrible, disgusting last win, where he just smudged up Robert Valentine in the Apex for 15 minutes. It was a boring, terrible fight, but he won that fight. He's a great grappler. He's a great finisher. He didn't show that ability in his last fight, but he's coming here with vengeance in Australia to prove everybody wrong, to come out here and prove that he deserves to be in the UFC. And I believe Torres Finney at plus 130 is an absolute steal. So Torres Finney has changed camps. He's changed teams. He's now training with Daniel Cormier, which you love to see because Finney is a big, bulky 185er. He's short. He's stubby. He's 5'8". He's a mini Pekka. This guy's a mini Pekka, okay? He's 5'8". He's coming in here, bowling ball of a man. He's just going to come in here and grapple up Jacob Malkoun. He's going to take him down with ease. I truly believe Torres Finney has the big upside in the grappling here. We've seen Malkoun go to close fights with Brendan Allen. We've seen him go to close fights with good competition, but that was years and years ago. Now we've got a Jacob Malkoun who's coming off of a 2-year layoff, fighting an undefeated guy in Torres Finney, who is being underrated by everybody, being underrated by the books, and they're giving us a plus 130 line. I'm going to take it all day. Give me Torres Finney at plus 130 as my favorite underdog bet and pick for UFC 325. He's going to be my one singular dog for the week. I've been going a little bit less on the dogs. I've got 1 to 2 now because 3 I was stretching it out, but now we're being calculated. We're being very sharp. If you guys haven't yet, check out my winnable comment yap down below and I'll send you the link. But I'm posting all my bets for UFC 325 tomorrow. Torres Finney is one of them. Plus 130, my favorite underdog of the week, of the weekend for UFC 325. That's the entire video. If you guys did enjoy the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, drop your comments down below who your favorite underdog for UFC 325 is, and I will catch you guys in the next video. See you.